Thought Bubble Audio.
Look, up in the sky.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Welcome to Beer with Geeks with Tim and Frank.
Who are you? I'm Batman.
I am Iron Man.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hi, Christopher. I'm Nero.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
You're a wizard, Harry.
A couple of guys with a couple of beers and a whole lot of pop culture nostalgia.
Make it so, number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Named the dog Indiana.
Life finds a way.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Now sit back and crack open a cold one, because it's time for Beer with Geeks.
It comes in paints?
Shaken, not stirred.
Great Scott!
I was way off. I knew it started with an S, though.
Hi, and welcome to Beer with Geeks, where two geeks geek out with beer. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, is Palmer. How are you today?
I am good, seeing as how I watched you stumble through that introduction.
I know, so strange. You know why? Because I usually say things about Frank, and you are always with me, just not on Beer with Geeks.
This is true.
Yeah, so normally Palmer is with me on Academy Rewind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also we have a lovely tradition in which every Thursday we abandon all of our lives, you, myself, and our friend Jen, and we go to dinner and we go to the movies.
Right.
And work be damned, and children and spouses and whatever else, like, get out of here. We're going to the movies.
The only thing that stops me from going insane and killing everybody.
Exactly. So I thought that we are 6 months into
Yes.
Movie Thursday in 2019. We've been doing this for a couple of years now.
We have been.
And so we should talk about kind of like the state of Movie Thursday and how we're doing in this. Normally on Beer with Geeks, we have beer or a drink. Palmer and I do not have any such things because it is actually Thursday, and we are going out to Movie Thursday once this is done recording, and so we don't drink and drive. So we are drinkless. But anyway, let's talk about.
What would you like to talk about specifically about Movie Thursday?
Let's talk about Movie Thursday. Well, I guess we could talk about how it started. How did Movie Thursday start?
Do you remember the actual reason it started?
I remember we started going to the movies. I remember we started going to movies together. I don't know why we landed on Thursday.
Well, what had happened was okay. So what happened was my days off in a given week were typically Sunday and Thursday. That is my day off from work.
Right.
And we started this in a summer. What are you looking for?
I was looking for my water, but
you just said we didn't have a drink.
I didn't have alcohol.
Right.
I had a glass of water, but it's in the other room.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So we had started this in the summer when you were off from work as a way for me to avoid seeing certain people that were in my life at the time, because Thursday would be the only day I could see the person.
That's right. I completely forgot the
Yes.
origins. The origins of Movie Thursday are you being a terrible person.
I mean, is it really me being a terrible person or you being a terrible person for enabling me?
Bit of both, but I got to go to the movies. So wow, I totally forgot.
Yeah. That is how it started.
What was our first movie?
Oh God, I don't know. But it was the year
Of our Lord.
No, it was the year that it was Man from U.N.C.L.E., Mission Impossible.
Yep. I remember seeing those.
Right. It was that summer, so it was one of those two movies.
I don't think it was Man from U.N.C.L.E., but what have we been since we're doing this, 5 years now then?
No, less than that. I honestly don't know.
4 years? Hold on. Man from
4
U.N.C.L.E.
years, because this would be the third year with Jen.
Okay. So, wait, Man from U.N.C.L.E. came out in 2015.
Yeah, so 4 years.
Summer 2015. I got this. 2015 movies. Let's do it that way. Minions, Magic Mike, Straight Outta Compton, Pitch Perfect 2.
Didn't see any of those.
Paper Towns.
Nope.
Oh no, that's just available to stream.
Good job.
It wasn't Age of Ultron, Hot Pursuit Before I Wake, Mad Max Fury Road. I didn't see any of those with you. Tomorrowland, I didn't see.
Nope.
With you. Was it Spy? It might have been Spy. I definitely saw that with you. Melissa McCarthy, Jason Statham, Jude Law.
No, we saw that at your house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We saw that at your house along with the Johnny Depp one, Mordecai.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. It wasn't Jurassic World. It wasn't Inside Out. It might have been Ted 2.
Oh, we did see Ted 2 together.
Yeah, I think
we also saw Jurassic World together.
Then I definitely saw it twice. But then,
it's got dinosaurs. Of course, we saw it twice.
Terminator Genesis.
No, we didn't watch that.
You sure? I saw it.
We saw it, but we didn't see it together.
Oh, okay. You didn't see Mission Impossible 5 was the end of July. Then it was Fantastic Four. Then The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And then,
that was when it was kind of a regular thing at that point.
By that point. So I think it was Mission Impossible 5.
Yeah.
Then would have been our first one. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good movie to start on, actually.
It really
Mission
was.
Impossible 5
that was such a good movie.
It was great.
So that is, and then Jen came along.
Because
she had married our friend Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay
had gigs. He's a musician.
Jay's a musician. He had gigs on Thursdays, and she didn't really have anything to do. And he was like, "Can you please take her to the movies? She needs friends."
I know. I think it more went that he was like, "Hey, honey, do you want to come to my gig?" And she was like, "No, I want to go hang out with these guys because they're going to the movies." Okay. Yeah. And somewhere in there.
And the first movie that we saw with Jen
was Finest Hours?
No. It was the Will Smith movie about the concussions.
Oh, Concussion. Yeah.
Was that actually the name of it?
Yeah, Concussion.
Because she really wanted to see it.
That's right. And so so we started going together in the summer.
Yeah.
But then Jen joined us in January. Yeah, that's right. So
because we were like, oh yeah, because we weren't really like both hot on seeing it. She wanted to see it, and we were like, well, we're gonna watch it anyway because it's gonna get nominated for the Academy Award.
Definitely,
it didn't. And
it was real good though.
It was it was such a good movie. But that's when Jen started.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, Albie's not there. So now we're 4 years in, and we're 6 months into the 2019.
We are
the 2019 review of film. So let's just take a look at what we've seen.
Oh yes, because you actually have them broken.
I have
your list by Movie Thursday.
Yeah, I have them broken down by Movie Thursday. So even though some of them are already Academy winners or nominated, whatever, we technically saw them on Movie Thursday starting in January. Okay. So we saw Vice, On the Basis of Sex, Glass, Green Book, What Men Want, Fighting with My Family, The Lego Movie, the second part, 5 Feet Apart, Us, Dumbo, Shazam, Pet Sematary, The Best of Enemies, Hellboy, Avengers Endgame, Long Shot, Detective Pikachu, Aladdin, Rocket Man, Godzilla, Dark Phoenix, Toy Story 4, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Yesterday. Those are most of the
Yesterday was not a Movie Thursday.
Was not a Movie Thursday, but
we both saw it.
So I'm counting it as Movie Thursday.
Because it's already in my list.
That's right. And some of them, I mean, you didn't come to see Avengers with, sometimes, somebody can't get there.
And then there were also a couple of the weeks that we saw 2 movies, like the week Us came out and the week Pet Sematary came out.
That's right. What did we see? Was it Shazam then, Pet Sematary? I think that was the line. Actually, you know what? I can tell you because these are in order.
Yeah.
These are in order of seeing them. And we saw Best of Enemies, then Hellboy.
Yep.
That was the breakdown for that. Rocket Man, then Godzilla. We doubled up on that. So out of those films, because I'm listening, so I know what I think are the best films out of that lineup, and what are some of the worst ones. Is there one when I read that list that's like, well, yeah, I forgot I saw that. That was fun. That was a good movie.
Not really. because I've been keeping them kind of in a list. As far as one that I don't remember really liking, Fighting with My Family.
You didn't like Fighting
No,
with
I
My
really liked Fighting with My Family.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Fighting with My Family. That's the one that popped out to me, too.
Yeah.
I had forgotten that we had seen it.
I didn't forget because I was the one who really liked it because I like wrestling and I liked the movie about the person that it was based on. Because it was based on a true story. The lead actress was really good. In fact, the lead actress was just in something else, and she looked completely different because I didn't notice it was her, and I didn't know it was her until I believe our friend Lauren told me it was her.
Yeah, it's Florence
Yeah,
Pugh?
she was in Midsommar. She's the lead in Midsommar.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Oh. So that's a... Would you count that as a movie Thursday? Because you saw it by yourself.
Midsommar? No, because
Yeah.
I didn't see it on Thursday. I saw it on my isolated movie Sunday that I don't invite anybody to.
Isolated movie Sunday.
Yeah.
Do you eat a Sunday while watching
Kind
a
of.
movie? So it's like, this is my movie Sunday.
Yeah.
On movie Sunday.
So usually movie Sunday is relegated to horror movies because you guys don't typically like horror movies.
I mean, I do.
Sometimes.
Depends on the film.
Right. I'll go see any horror movie. Or love stories because you both hate love.
That's correct. Yes. Yes, we're both married and we hate love.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I'm assuming it's
Charles
I'm assuming
Lautens.
yeah, I'm assuming that being married is the reason why you guys hate love, but I don't know.
That's probably not true, but yes. Yeah.
Are you just saying that because you know your wife listens to this podcast?
She does not listen to the podcast, so I can say anything. So she's great, though.
Yeah, good.
I mean, you know
Good
her.
save. Yeah.
Yeah, you've met her. Yeah, you're acquainted. So I don't know. So let's go through. Actually, I'm just gonna go movie by movie here.
Okay.
So Green Book. How do we feel about Green Book?
I liked it.
I liked it too. The hatred has died. It seems people aren't talking about it.
Well, yeah, because it's no longer in the zeitgeist.
That's correct. But it's a well-made movie. Like it's made by the son of the driver, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's written by the son of the driver.
Written by the son of the driver. Potentially racist. I didn't feel that it was, and I know people that Twitter thinks it is, but I know people who anybody that I've talked to did not get that impression.
Right, but it's kind of like Crash, and it's the white savior thing. Like that's what the film is kind of centered around. Mm-hmm. So I understand the point they're making. I don't agree with it. Mm-hmm. I understand it, and it's a valid point that I'm willing to have a conversation about. Like I'm not totally saying just because they think it doesn't mean anything. It's not real. It's one that I'm willing to have a conversation about. But at the same time, like if those were the events of how it happened, then there's not much else you can do. Like I know the family of Shirley have come out and said like no one talked to us about him. But supposedly Shirley told the son that look, because the son wanted to do this for a while, and he's like, "Look, you fine. I'll tell you the stuff." He's like, "But I don't want you to talk to any of my family about it, and you have to wait till I'm dead." Like those were some of the restrictions on it. And if all of the events happen the way they show in the movie, I think they both kind of help each other out. Because it's about a guy who is kind of passively racist.
Oh yeah, there's that great scene where he's got workers in his house, and he takes the glasses that they drank out of and he just puts them in the trash.
Right.
Like, nobody saw him do it, so
that's why I say like
it's
like a passive
part.
thing.
He's not angry and in your face,
right,
about it, but it also is like it's about him not becoming racist. Like that's the other side of the film.
Exactly.
Right. So I don't know. I'll maintain that. I guess I understand. I get it. What people will say, but I did like it.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was a two-sided story.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Vice?
Vice, I didn't really like. I loved Christian Bale's performance.
Oh yeah, he was amazing.
But I felt Adam McKay got trapped into a style with Big Short, and he just goes to mimic it almost like to the letter with this. And it's a different movie. I feel like it should have a somewhat different style. So that is my big complaint with Vice. Like I don't think the Big Short mold works for this.
I didn't think that it had I don't think it was exactly Big Short in that it didn't have like people like cutting and like people explaining things about the governmental system or anything like that, but it did have this satiric element to it, like when they're deciding about Guantanamo Bay and they're at dinner and they're like pointing at menu, like oh, and we'll put it on in Cuba and I'll have some torture, please. There's that stuff, but I really liked Vice.
And I know you did.
Yeah, I really liked it. I would like to watch it again to see, because now that I'd say would be less enamored with the performances, see how, because I think you're right. I think his performance, Christian Bale's performance particularly, is the thing that really makes that movie.
Right.
Yeah. So, what about On the Basis of Sex?
That was fun. It was a movie that I knew about, but didn't really see much in the way of it. So we kind of went in and saw it not necessarily on a whim. There wasn't much out that week.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So we went to go see it, and it was very informative. I learned a good amount about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and it's not Daisy Ridley who plays
Felicity
Huffman. No. Felicity from Rogue One.
Yes.
She was really
Felicity
good.
Felicity
Jones. She was really good as Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
It made me read a Ruth Bader Ginsburg biography. Well, it didn't make me. I chose to read the giant Ruth Bader Ginsburg biography afterwards.
Felicity Jones came to your house and was like, you have to read this book now.
You have to read this book now because you saw the movie, and now I need you to read this book.
And I'm British.
I was in the theory of everything. Yes, I know. You were very good. Why are you at my home?
How do you know where I live?
Right. Are you going door to door? Just giving out Ruth Bader Ginsburg biographies? Because I'll take a couple if you want. Yeah, I thought it was excellent. It's a little Hollywoodized as at the end, the tension and the buildup and the this and then that. But I think that the movie plays into the family dynamic of the Ginsburgs.
Yeah,
and I enjoyed that about the film. Strong performances.
Yep,
it was good. Fighting with My Family, we kind of already talked about, but it's just a delightful film.
It is. It's hilarious.
And I'm not a wrestling person
You're
at
not.
all, and I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was very well cast, well written. The comedy lands. It's a sports movie. It's like
yes, that's
a
right.
stereotypical sports movie of the underdog kind of becoming, overcoming their shortcomings.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Nick Frost plays the father, right?
That's right.
Yeah, Nick Frost is such a delight as the father.
Nick Frost is a delight in everything that he's in.
He really is,
even when his character is not delightful.
This is a movie that I would definitely recommend, and for the longest time, it was in my top 10. It's fallen out now, but it's definitely a movie that I tell people that they should watch. Even if they don't like wrestling, if they at least like sports movies, definitely watch it. If you just like a good comedy, watch it.
Actually, it's still in my top 10 because because I'm doing this as highest,
right?
Like my highest rated to the lowest rated on the thing, but I should actually, when added, I should do it that way. Let's do it that way. What about Glass?
Didn't like.
No. It was a big old letdown.
It was
from
Split, which was really good.
Yeah, it was. Split was amazing, and I feel, I don't know. Glass, I think would have hit harder 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Like if he had made Unbreakable, then Split, and then Glass, I mean, in a shorter succession line, I think we've gone too far past the commentary he was making about superhero films that it just didn't do anything for me.
That, and I just think he overthought the concept. It was, I thought I read a review, at least I'm pretty sure I read a review that it had the line like, this is a superhero movie by someone who doesn't like superhero movies.
That's right.
And it really like feels that way.
Yeah, I agree. What about Lego Movie second part?
Definitely not as good as the first one.
No, it really wasn't. That movie was a letdown for me because I love the first one. It is so funny and cool looking, and this one was just kind of bleak and dull.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's like, but it's by the same people, which is weird.
I know, but
like they just lost the magic of the first one.
Yep, I don't know what it was, but just didn't care for it. What Men Want, the Tanaji P. Henson film.
This was another bad one.
This was not a good movie.
No.
It really was not. I wanted it to be good. We kind of knew it wasn't going to be good.
Yeah, because we have bad luck with comedies.
We have terrible luck with comedies.
While I didn't dislike it as much as you and Jen disliked it, it's just not good.
No. I was really hoping for something better than what this delivered, but it is what it is. This movie, I know coming up, I know that you didn't care for it, but I liked it. Long Shot, the Seth Rogen, Charlize Theron movie. She's running for president, and he's her speech writer.
I just don't believe the concept. Like, I don't believe Charlize Theron in any sort of universe would fall for Seth Rogen. To be fair, I don't think anyone would fall for Seth Rogen in any universe.
Sure.
But specifically Charlize Theron.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but I think that she's a great enough actress that I believed it in the film. I was like, yeah, sure, because the film comments enough on it that, like they did that PowerPoint presentation or whatever, but like it would be like if you dated Shrek or whatever
Which
it was.
Which is true.
It was fine. Another movie that you were not up on, but I really liked was Dumbo, which...
Yeah. Because I was smart and disliked Dumbo.
No.
How do you take the most depressing Disney movie and make it even more depressing?
Look, if you take sad Disney movie about a sad elephant and you make it direct it by sad Tim Burton, then obviously it's going to be sad.
Like, I don't know.
I really liked it, and I love Tim Burton films.
Yeah,
though.
I like Tim Burton.
And I don't like all of them, though. Like, there are a couple that I steer completely clear of. They're just not good.
Like Dumbo.
Alice in Wonderland is a great example. This one felt different to me. I wouldn't say that it's like it. I think it's middle of the road Burton for me. Like if you lined all of them up, this is not Edward Scissorhands. It's not Sleepy Hollow. But it's definitely not. It's not Alice in Wonderland either.
I would say Alice in Wonderland's better.
Oh, really?
Alice in Wonderland has Anne Hathaway, which automatically makes it better. Like not even Eva Green could save this movie.
Yeah, and she was good. I mean, the cast was strong. Michael Keaton wore a funny wig. Danny
DeVito wore a top hat.
Again.
Yep.
Every time Danny DeVito is in a Tim Burton movie, he wears a top hat.
Yep.
3 times running now.
Yep.
Big Fish, Batman Returns, and now Dumbo. Hilarious. What about Us? A not really hilarious, but also kind of hilarious movie. This
was a movie like coming off of his last movie that got nominated for an Academy Award.
Mm-hmm. Get Out.
I was really looking forward to this movie. Because I feel like he's on the cusp of being, like a James Wan, like a new horror film auteur.
Mm-hmm.
And while I feel like this movie is nowhere near as good as Get Out, we talked about it a lot after seeing it, which makes the movie interesting and good, and it gives you just enough to want to know what's going on. And to keep you interested, but ultimately when it tells you what's going on is when it kind of falls flat.
Yeah, sometimes the mystery is always better than the reveal.
Yeah.
I liked it a little bit more than Get Out, but by the time that I'd seen Get Out, it was like the best movie ever, and that kind of ruined it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked Us more. It was real clever and gross and creepy, and he's just a good guy. 5 feet apart.
It was great. So great. I mean,
they can't love each other because they have the disease.
Cystic fibrosis.
Cystic fibrosis, thank you.
And because of that, their immune systems suck. And he actually has, aside from that, he has a virus or something that can easily be transferred to somebody with cystic fibrosis because it has to do with immune system. And if they get it, it's a very it could be a very deadly thing. Mm-hmm. So they got to keep 5 feet apart and yet still fall in love. And it's so sweet. And I know you hate it because you hate love.
Oh my God. It's just, I think it actually started strong, but when the movie turns and she's like, you know what? No, I don't care if I die or not. Let's go outside. Like, oh my God. That's
it's
the
called
bit.
Living Life to the Fullest.
Anyway, whatever. Speaking of living life, Pet Sematary. I was so hyped for Pet Sematary. Mm-hmm. This movie let me down.
Okay, I mean,
I think it's fine.
I liked it. I think I liked it more than the original.
I have not seen the original, so I cannot comment.
And I believe it's more faithfully adapted
than the. Well, I've read the book before watching the film, mm-hmm. and it just moves. This newest film just moves at such a breakneck pace that there's no connection between characters. Like, I couldn't even tell you why Judd Crandall is there, or like why he acts the way that he acts in the film.
To show him where the Pet Cemetery is.
But like it comes from a place of caring and relationship in the movie. It's just like, come here, come with me into the woods, and I'm like, but why? And there's a lot
obviously.
There's a lot of but whys in this version.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch it again, expectations versus like what the movie actually delivered. But I think it was good but not great. I wanted it to be just as good as it, and it wasn't.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but that's kind of a high bar.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
now, if I remember correctly, in the book, because I believe in this movie the little girl lives, or she's in like the car, mm-hmm. and the family's there. In the book, don't let they kill her and bury her just to bring her back, so there can all be a zombie family.
Well, I guess if I will spoil Pet Sematary.
Too late.
Very briefly. You did. I'll spoil Pet Sematary, the movie and the book, very like a minute right now. In the book, it's the boy baby that dies. His name I can't remember. Right. And so he comes back and he stabs, whatever, and all that stuff. Stab. And he stabs his mom, and Lewis kills the kid again, but then he brings his wife to the Pet Cemetery. So the book ends with his zombie wife coming back. He's like, it's going to work this time because I waited too long the last time, but this is immediate, so it's going to work. It's going to be okay. And that's how the book ends, with her like putting her dead hand on his shoulder.
Right.
It's awesome.
It probably does. It probably works.
It probably does. Obviously, things work out in Stephen King's world.
Yeah.
In this movie, it's the girl that dies. They flip it, and then the whole family dies, and they all get brought back, and so it's like a zombie outbreak. Yeah. I liked both endings.
Zombie family.
I think both endings are great. That was the part that I really enjoyed. I got to wrap this up soon. So, okay. Shazam
was really good, much more than I thought it was going to be.
Shazam was, Shazam was real fun.
Yeah. Aside from Zachary Levi's inflatable muscles.
Yep, it looks strange.
Yeah,
it looks strange, but the rest of it real strong. I enjoyed I enjoyed the small scale of it, mm-hmm. and I it felt intimate and like a movie that you pop on for kids over and over and over again. Best of Enemies.
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's not great. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hellboy,
I like. I thought it was done well. It has its problems, namely, it's too overwritten to branch out and to kind of start various threads, mm-hmm. and the sound mixing was bad.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
Yeah, it was
I
real
couldn't
bad.
hear some of the dialogue over the blaring music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it got a real bad rap. It's not terrible. It's not as good as Del Toro's films, but there are bits of it that I actually liked better than Del Toro's. I like it moves, whereas Del Toro's films tend to have a very methodical pace.
I think Harbour's a better Hellboy.
I think he's a more accurate to the comic Hellboy. I agree. He was great.
Yeah,
he was great. You did not see Endgame, so I'm going to move on from Endgame. Detective Pikachu.
Very fun. I liked it.
I liked it way more than I thought I was going to.
It goes on too long.
When it's like just like Pikachu and the kid bonding,
right?
It's great. When it's concerned with the plot, it's dreadfully unimportant.
And the standout star of the movie is Psyduck.
Oh yeah, Psyduck was great.
Yeah,
Psyduck was great. Yesterday,
the worst film I've seen this year.
I can't believe that you think that. I don't. It's very middle of the road for me. And we've talked about this a lot, and we got to wrap up. But I really liked it. Other people didn't. You're not alone in this.
Yeah,
there are a lot of people who
I'm
didn't.
the voice of the people.
Yeah, mm-hmm. And a lot of people. I enjoyed it. But anyway, Rocket Man.
Rocket Man was good. I liked it a little bit more than I thought it was going to, and I liked it a lot more than Bohemian Rhapsody.
I loved Rocket Man. I thought it was a really strong film. It was excellent. Would recommend. Watch it again. Aladdin.
No.
Yes, I really liked it. I really liked it, but I know that you have this thing with the Disney remakes. So
yeah, the only Beauty and the Beast has been the best.
Ugh,
it was really good. This one was okay. Jasmine is really good. Aladdin is good. The worst part about Will Smith as the genie is the singing, which is weird because he's a singer.
He's a rapper. He's not a singer.
People would not tell you there's a difference.
There's a big difference.
And Jafar was a little weird. They've had problems casting the villains in these.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Except for Cate Blanchett in Cinderella, she was amazing.
Yeah,
she was. Oh my goodness, she was incredible. And also, what are you talking about? Christopher Walken in The Jungle Book? Get out of here. Problems with casting.
He was not a villain.
Yes, he was. He's King Louis.
He's not a villain.
Uh-huh.
Depends on how you look at it.
Okay. Godzilla.
Godzilla was really good. I don't understand why people dislike it.
People hate to hate? I don't know. We saw it late, and so I fell asleep a couple times, but that is not a testament to Godzilla. That's because we saw it at like a 10:30 show on Thursday.
This is exactly the kind of movie I thought it was going to be. So if you were looking for like some deep and meaningful...
No, I just want Godzilla to smash monsters.
Right. Like if you were thinking about if you were looking for some deep, meaningful allegory about life, then you were in the wrong movie and read way too much into the original Godzilla.
As many people do with things that they love. But Dark Phoenix.
Loved it.
Best. Also didn't get the hate. I think it's got some really good stuff in there.
The best X-Men movie.
I don't think that's true. That's overselling it.
No, it had Dazzler. Obviously the best X-Men movie.
Okay, there you go. It had its moments. It's out of the newest ones. I think it's like kind of on par with Apocalypse, which I don't mind. It's not, to me, it's not great. It's a little dull, but I enjoyed this one. Toy Story 4. Did you see Toy Story 4?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not as bad as Toy Story 3. Not as good as the first couple.
I don't like that. I didn't like that it was a send off for Woody and nobody else. Like the whole movie was. I mean, I know that most of the Toy Stories are about Woody, but they also have. But other characters have like plots and things to do and whatever. So this one really didn't. Even Buzz's story was really just like a joke. It wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't character development really, and that was the stuff that I didn't.
Well, I mean, he got his movie. Like his movie was like number 1 and number 2.
That's true, but Woody also had those movies.
Right.
So
I don't
know. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. It's good. I was a little disappointed in it.
Toy Story 5 will be a send off for Buzz. It'll be fine.
You know what? That's fine. Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, make a Buzz Lightyear movie. I don't care. Make him go to actual space.
That's
what should have happened, though. I know, but like Andy should have. The movie should have ended in which Woody went off in this direction, and Andy came back and brings Buzz to space with him because he's going on a lunar mission or something, because he became an astronaut, because he was influenced by the best toy.
My favorite meme out there is, Andy gave her these toys to play with and to be the guardian of. He's like, and he comes back, comes back is like, oh, can I have Woody back? What do you mean you lost him?
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. And then you didn't see Spider-Man: Far From Home, correct?
Nope.
Okay, and that was the last one. Palmer, this was super fun.
It really was.
What will the next 6 months bring? We'll find out tonight.
Yes, where we're gonna see a movie that I've never heard of, but I will go see almost anything as long as it doesn't have a Marvel logo.
I know you will. We really have to go. So we are seeing, just for people who are wondering, we are seeing the movie Shadow from Yimou Zhang.
The Shadow with Alec Baldwin?
No, just Yimou Zhang's newest film, House of Flying Daggers, Hero. It's in the wuxia style.
Okay.
It's going to be great. I'm very excited, but we got to go. Otherwise, it's going to start without us.
All right.
So, beerwithgeeks.com, Twitter, Gmail, Facebook, rate and review us, patreon.com/thoughtbubbleaudio, thoughtbubbleaudio.com for all of the things. Palmer, until next time, cheers.